Hello, Jesse.
Hello, Mark.
You can hear me?
Yes.
And let's make sure. Hey, look at me.
Hey.
Got it right this time. That's how we
Hey, I'm
kind of
having wine tonight. What do you think? Is that a
you
good
have
idea or bad idea?
you are gonna be just fine.
Here we go.
Hey, look
Right.
at that. For real. Hey,
Yes.
I'm Mark. Michael, I can see you, and we've been chatting for some time. And this other guy in the other corner is Jesse. He's my producer and director. And so good to see you guys. D champion, champ, how do you go by?
G champion, and that was very good. But I'm doing well. I go by champ. How are you?
Okay, all right. And yeah, Mark, you guy, whatever works for you. Um, anyway, yeah, I got to tell you right now, the reason why I wanted to talk with you guys is because, well, your AI videos, really impressive stuff. I can tell when somebody does AI using original video, and those are really well done. And Jordan, is that his name? Does he do?
212, 212 media.
And he does your videos.
Yes, most of them. I'd say a good, probably
90%.
90% of our videos he's doing.
Yeah, I just have to say the production value is that's what got me is the production value is really on top. It's really out there, and that's what made me want to talk to you guys is because that's what we're about here is videos. Music is supposed to come second, but not really. It's hard to separate the two. You can't do it.
How did you guys come together? What is the beginning of Gloat? What does Gloat stand for?
The name in general, actually, me and my uncle were talking and kind of popped up. I told him I wanted kind of an acronym for something. And then we ended up talking about it, and it ended up turning into, greatest label of all time. Guys
Oh,
like,
got it.
um,
Okay, yeah, greatest label of all time. That makes sense. Okay, yeah, yes.
We have a really good history between him and I of just never letting up, never there's never been I don't think there's ever been a period where him and I didn't stop working together.
yes, absolutely.
Hell yeah. I mean, that's commendable. What do you guys attribute that to?
Man,
Honesty is probably a big part of it.
Yeah.
Constructive criticism, we're able to take and give. At times I may be slacking on something, and I know he's going to hold me accountable, and he's going to say something about it, or vice versa. Or if I like this idea, and well, hey, this idea was a good idea, but if we looked at it like that, and I think that's ultimately what it comes down to is we're both open minded, and we're just hard workers in general. Like
Hell yeah. I
in
You
love
have
it.
your
regular.
own business. Of course, you're hard workers.
Yeah, 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 yeah,
It
totally.
goes with the territory.
we're very much alike in a lot of regards. And one of the things
Look
that
at us, you can't see.
I was born a poor black child.
Nice. Is that a jerk? Yeah, that's a good one. That's
That's a
good.
joke reference. Thank you. We have always more or less wanted to put others in a position to succeed rather than just ourselves. So as long as we've been pushing ourselves, we've always had people that we've been working with that we've tried to promote or tried to push. And in a very humble way, we have put a lot of people in our area on the biggest stages that they've ever been on and probably ever will be on. So he told his story of how we, but my story of how we met starts, I mean, we met at the same time, but
I met him in 2010.
I didn't read him. I don't know. I was asleep when he,
It's a weird meeting, man.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
he has the whole preface of meeting my roommate, who wasn't really my roommate. He was going to be my roommate, but in lieu
The
of
guy
taking
on
a
the
room,
couch.
slept on my couch so that I could rent out the room to someone else. He was doing me a favor.
Literally the guy on the couch. Literally.
Anyway, besides all, I'm still a little bitter about that, but they met outside smoking a cigarette, and my roommate my couch guy at the time brings him in, and I was actually upstairs, I do believe, just making beats just making beats. Oddly enough, there was like 2 or 3 other people on the street that made music, and it was all hip hop as well. And so they had been coming to my house, and I had these big PA speakers from when I was in the metal band, because I was the singer, so I had the PA. So like that was my instrument. So that's essentially, and the people, it was a duplex, and the people on the other side didn't live there anymore. It was empty. So I could turn that sucker up. So we would just have like these freestyle sessions, and I would just, no headphones needed. We just play, and these guys would just rap, and I would just go from beat to beat and let them do their thing. And he walked in the middle of that and joined in, and that's how I met him. I wasn't really even rapping at that point, like, so it happened.
What he's telling you is I'm one of his inspirations.
No, he came over, and I was like,
oh, this guy can actually rap.
I could do that. Yeah. I could do that. If he can do that, I can do that.
Oh damn! Okay, all right.
Our taste in music isn't necessarily like opposite, but it's pretty opposite. Like and I get why, because I'm not a big commercial guy either. Because the radio, the machine, they tell you have to listen to a certain music, and I'm like, it's not that good. Because we're both about lyrics, we're both lyricists, and so it's hard to find music where somebody's actually talking about something anymore. Now it's all a catchy chorus and a good beat, and they may not literally talk about anything or what the chorus is about in these.
Hell yeah, totally. Okay, this is a great segue. God, I love good segues. Hey, so the writing process for you two, as far as if you're going to create a song, do you have visuals in your mind? And is it a kind of a 2-pronged approach? You're like, this song's good, and then we're gonna make the music video, and I know exactly what that looks like? Or tell me more about that process.
Man, that's a toss-up on what's what. Generally, the song comes first, and then you can kind of tell with a song right away, this needs a visual. You do tend to think that all of your songs need visuals, and they all definitely would benefit from visuals, but that's not always the opportunity, right? So
yeah, because that's money and like time. Right.
Whose idea was it to go AI? Was that Jordan's?
Yeah.
So
we're talking about Plank. Yeah, I want to say Plank. Is it Plank, right? Plank.
Plank, yeah.
Yeah. Let's talk about Plank. That fucking thing is dope as hell. Let's go.
So Plank is really weird because Plank was released about 3 or 4 months ago, but the original video was shot 3 years ago.
Wild.
And the reason we didn't do anything with it is I wasn't actually done with the album, and I really jumped the gun on even recording the video. So it was just kind of sitting in the chamber, whatever. And then the AI started to do something.
Indeed, the faith of a mustard seed is needed. That's probably worth repeating, but this beat just won't stop bleeding. In time, it waits for no man. It keeps moving.
It is amazing. I really do love how it turned out, and it's really.
I did too. Yeah, that's how the first thing I noticed when you guys is that, and it'll be in our film festival this year.
Awesome. I'd like to see more about that and learn more about your film festival. So y'all tell us about that.
TikiKiti, the TikiKiti International Film Festival. It's all about music videos, because that's what we are, all about music videos. And
what is your guys' philosophy on the music video as far as visual representation of your music? Is it viable to you right now in your business in G.L.O.A.T Entertainment?
Absolutely, especially to be as creative as possible.
Totally.
I think that's always been our goal. Is none of our videos look alike. They don't look like anything that anybody else puts out. We dressed up as gigantic piñatas for a video.
We about to glow. Yeah. We about to glow.
Nobody else was doing anything like you guys are doing it. That's why I was attracted to what you're doing.
Totally.
You are different.
Yeah, you guys are. Yeah, I love the different. Yeah, exactly. You guys are doing different things every time. I want to talk about motivation. Is that right?
Yes.
Yeah,
That
yeah,
music
that's right.
video was fucking dope as hell. What the flip? Do you guys got into casinos and shit?
Oh yeah,
Do
that was
that.
actually that was a school project. It was a
School
Wait,
project.
what? Okay.
We did go about that the right way.
I don't know much, man. I just know we looking suspect. I'm at the top of the world with my girl, and down there is a town full of roughnecks. Yeah, dollar for dollar demolish. I'm flooding the banks with deposits. My currency got my bearings straight. Take a shot.
That whole video, even though we kind of plotted it out, that whole video, amen. All praise to Jordan Boyle, like,
So
straight up.
and God. But Jordan was ahead of us at every step when we were plotting that out, and I'll kind of explain why. So we went into it with an idea, but we knew that we might have problems with the casino.
yeah.
Yeah.
This was all in Oklahoma, and the venue shots and everything were in Oklahoma and everything like that. So we were going into it blindly because it's a live show out of state. We don't know what the venue's going to look like. I mean, we've been to that venue before, but as far as crowd goes, what we're trying to do, luckily it was around Halloween. Everything came out beautifully.
That helped us wear masks in public and
Yeah.
but think about it, yeah, like if the timing was just kind of perfect for it, like, hey, we're gonna
Purposes with dual katanas and the strength of Hercules. Knowledge is priceless. I'm feeding my mind with what I find makes life best.
So we called them and asked, and they gave us I would call it a soft permission to do so, to shoot, and we told them when and where and what the plan was.
we didn't say it was a music video.
We did not say that it was a music video.
I love the term soft permission. I don't know if I've ever heard. They
It
gave
sounds like this. It sounds like this. No.
Pretty close.
Japanese denim.
Girl, you looking good in them Japanese jeans. Let's go half on the baby. See them Japanese jeans. We can samurai kick it. I like Japanese things.
So there's a video out there that's not easy to find, and I'm not saying it's for a reason, but it's called Tiptoe.
Oh yeah.
I don't step up, step up, step up, step up,
And it's on my YouTube page, not on the G.L.O.A.T page. And it's the only video I have on my page. Never try to push it or anything like that. But Tiptoe, we made an entire tiny town, or several tiny towns. And basically these towns were called feelings. And we just didn't want to tiptoe through them. So we're walking through these towns as giant people walking through not worried about anybody's feelings, because that's not our job to worry about their feelings.
So fuck you and fuck that. Middle fingers up at, or you overly sensitive. Everything's offensive, bitch. Don't let them police your thoughts. The robots who got censored to have nots.
Elevator,
all green screen.
All green screen.
He built an entire elevator. It's going up and down. It shows the floors that you're going through. Like, it is, like, when I'm shooting it, I'm just, and I told him at the time, I was like, I trust you. Like, whatever you think to do, I'm not gonna, you do it and edit. And then when he sent it to me, I'm like, bro, you put me in this elevator.
Now he looking like a bite out of cherry fried pie. I know the feeling soon as I look in the line. Pair of eyes, top off on
Your
the
performances are great. I love performance videos, especially yours, because they're powerful. And the AI video helps enhance those to a great degree.
Those performance videos are really dope, by the way. You know, I've done filming of, like, you know, live hip hop shows, and like trying to create a music video from that, and I just want to say the editing is just top notch. It's really kinetic.
Time to pull up the e-brake, bouncing off the dash, smashing glass on the freeway. You may survive, but you'll never get to see straight. Develop into dead weight and piss away a decade. Family first, after that it's just excuses.
Like, what is the inspiration? Can each of you answer this as far as, like, do you have things you want to get out? How does that work for you as far as writing a song?
Yeah, so with my childhood and kind of, I guess, teenage years, adolescence in general, music was always an outlet for me. It was a way for me to get out my feelings, some of the anger, some of the resentment from different things in my life. And I'd always listen to music because obviously we all know that music can do so much for you in your life. It can make you happy, it can make you sad, it can make you it can change all these different feelings and emotions. And that's kind of what inspires me with the music I make, whether it's a fun song or whether it's a deep song, or that's really what it is to me. And I guess that's my inspiration for other people, is I want to give them, I want people to be able to confide and listen to me. Like, I want to be able to change somebody's day. I want to make somebody snap out of a bad mood and get in a good mood. Or if you need a good cry, I want to be the guy to give you a good cry. Like that's what it is for me. And that's my purpose, I guess, behind making the music is the emotion, the feeling, outlet.
That's the essence of great music.
Amen.
Empathy.
Yeah,
it really is. And that's, we had an interview last week with somebody who was the same way. And that's, that's how it works. You're making other people feel what you're feeling. And, so, yeah, that's beautiful. So what's next, guys?
Hey, wait. Hey, Michael didn't answer.
Oh, no. Okay.
Well, I do have, that's crazy. So I don't have any issues with my life or any hardships in my life that I didn't cause. I grew up in a nice house, great family, no issues. Any issues that did happen, it was my fault, and I can look back and say those things. So I don't have a whole lot of that, but I heard the word empath, and I am an empath, but what I see is what people suffer from because they can't separate their mind from it. And I think that's the perspective that I try to write from is you may think it's this, but if you would step back and realize I can take control of the situation, or if I don't focus on what they say or what they claim, I can make my own rules, not necessarily rules, but I can make my own destinations and create my own journey. But if I listen to what they're saying, then that becomes the obstacles in and of themselves. And I think a lot of people are lost in the sauce per se, but we get tied up in these little things. Well, Big Brother says I can't do this and I can't do that, but we don't spend any time reading the material they're telling us says we can't do these things in. And if we just educated ourselves, or at least stood up for these little small things, these bigger things would not happen. And it's all on us. And that's kind of where most of my perspective comes from. And if you really kind of listen, even on songs where you may not expect that type of perspective, you'll really, now that you know that that's what I'm saying, you'll probably start to hear things more in a metaphorical sense in some of those verses, because that's really what I am talking about.
So I express what I've been through, what I've seen, what I've felt in life, things of that nature. He expresses what he's seen people go through, and
yes, okay, that makes
that's probably why we mesh so well, is because you are getting it from two views. Like,
this is what makes your music different. I mean, I actually can listen to the words, and that's why I like it.
I have an album. It's just 7 tracks with a gentleman named Axe, and it's called No Justice, No Peace. There is a song on there where the message of that song is, if you would just turn your television off and not listen to what they're telling you is going on, and walked out the door and just talked to the person next door and felt the sense of the community that is actually there, the whole world would change.
one thing I've noticed in general of all the music videos we're seeing, they're getting shorter, and I'm kind of liking to see that because of all the people you see who are looking at videos, are they doing it on their phone and scrolling past really quick? Attention spans have gotten so short, but your music videos are just about the right time. You're getting a point across in 2 minutes plus, maybe, whatever. It's just nothing goes on.
So, I think it has a lot to do with the creativity of the videos. If you've got the traditional stereotypical hip hop video and there's just a bunch of people standing around cars and that's what they're doing for the entire video.
Yeah, there you go.
After a minute, you've seen enough of that.
Right.
But if in any video there's some great, Kendrick Lamar has some of the most amazing videos. There are some incredible hip hop videos. So I don't want to narrow it down to that because Three Doors Down has some videos, right? But I think what it is it is the attention span, but also the creativity. People still love to see something new. And as long as something new or something reinvigorated is there, they'll watch it, they'll pay attention to it, they'll buy into it.
What does the future look like for you two? What are you guys doing? What's G.L.O.A.T Entertainment going to do? Can we look forward to more music videos? What's dropping next?
I have an album coming out February 2nd. That's the one that Plank is on. I don't know if you've seen Some Other Words yet, but Some Other Words is also
yes. That made our top 10.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's right. I do remember that. Yes. So that's also on that album where we plan to have at least one more video drop before the album really drops. One thing that we have never done is market, promote anything. And this this album is, for the most part, I would say on the short side of 7 years old. So most of it has been recorded and then remixed and remastered and whatever for over the last 7 years because I'm doing it all myself. And again, I'm meticulous. And every time I get a new toy, I'm like, oh, I could do better. And that's kind of what happened. And then finally I was like, no, I got to get it out of my hands. So that's what's happening February 2nd, which is also my mom's birthday and Groundhog's Day. But that's kind of just something we're trying to unload so that we can move forward. And I really am just trying to get off of it. It does have a lot of good songs on it, but this coming year, we're going to focus less on performing locally, trying to branch out and do different cities, states. We've gone on tour and stuff like that, but as far as on a day-to-day, not really day-to-day, but a monthly thing, while we're not doing stuff like that, we are going to try and build residency elsewhere rather than here. And we are focused on more of a promotion side where we're bringing in artists or hosting events and things of that nature.
So yeah, I'm the general manager. So
Thank you.
Thank you.
I couldn't do this without Jesse though. He's my
I'm very important, very good looking, and I'm very talented. And so that it works.
That's my role.
Yeah, you get it, Mike.
All right, guys. What a great time. It was such a pleasure to meet you.
Thank you, guys.
We appreciate it.
You guys
all right. Talk to you soon.
Take care.
All right, have a good night.
Yeah.
Should we kiss?
I don't think so. I left. He just called me. So
put that in the podcast, Jesse.
End it.
Texas goodbyes.
See you later, man. Take care.
Good night, guys. Thank y'all.
Wait, leave the meeting. What are they?
I did it. We're gone.
Another classic.
That was fun.